it's Jessica, and this video is going to be an 80s inspired makeup look, and it is going to be a collaboration with Jgirlbyooty, alicelynnIlovebeingagrammie, Barbara's beauty channel. Oh, I can't wait to see what she comes up with, and Becca's beauty channel. And I'm going to go ahead and start off with eyes. I've already done like the foundation, and I actually use powder. I never use powder. That's why I look pasty the house. And I will get back to the contour after the eyes. So with the eyes, I'm taking like one of these little brushes, and I'm using 4 palettes for this. So this one is what's the T from the Conspiracy palette. Oh gosh, I'm using 4 freaking palettes. I'm using the Juvia's palette, a Glam Light palette. Oh, actually only 3 palettes. Okay, then I'm going to put this on. Actually, that's not fluffy enough, but I'm going to put it here. All over the bottom of my lid. I was thinking about doing, you know, like Bon Jovi or Joan Jett, Wendy Melovia, whatever. I can't pronounce her last name. There's a lot of artists out there I was thinking about doing. I don't look like any of them, so I'm just going to do my own look instead of copying a look. They did wear a lot of lace back in the days, and like really big tacky earrings. I'll get to that. Now, a lot of us, the girls that do the collab with me, we were all kind of like, what the hell, like with the hair? Because that's what we were all worried about, is like doing our hair. So I tried to, I curled it all of mine last night with curling iron, and then I fell asleep without putting it like up. And well, so much for that, because they were all gone this morning. My hair is just too heavy. So there's that one with what's the T. The next color I'm going to go into is from the Glam Light palette. There's a whole bunch of pretty purples in here. And I'm going to go in, no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the Juvia's Place, this purple here. It's a really cool one. This is the Zulu palette. And we go in with a somewhat little bit bigger brush. Go in there. And they did a lot of people did their eyes first back then as well. So I'm going to go in my crease with that. Dunk that a little bit a few times. And I'm going to go all the way in to the inner corner. I hope you have time to watch this video. If you're new to my channel, I upload a lot of videos, so please hit that subscribe button. And they're all not this long. The tutorials can get a little longer. Some of them can. I do a lot of reviews. I'll take you to the thrift store. I'll show you what I do during the day. Just stuff like that. And hit the like button. Please leave a comment. That means more to me than anything. And then I'm going to go just like that. A little bit more here. So I have hooded eyes. I kind of go up a little bit more. So, all the way into the corner. Like by the bridge of my nose. I need a little bit more up here. That's right there. Okay. So, I'm going to take, I won't be using that for the next few minutes. I'm going to take the blueberry. This is the Glam Light birthday cake palette. And I'm going to go just tap it here in the inner corner with the same brush. It's all cool, y'all. Same brush. I'm just going to go like this. And I'm going to go on the inner corner. Right there. Right. So that's a little centered. Yeah. That tea color. It's the tea. So a lot of people think like, oh, the 80s had a lot of colors. I went and Googled 80s makeup looks. And there were a lot of them where it was just, you know, brown subtle shades. And after the brown subtle shades, they had like red lipstick. A lot of them had like pinks. What I really like and I thought was interesting was the contour and the blushes. Like they really went out on those. Okay, so now I'm going to take a brush. And I'm going to take I'm going to take food videos that's set neon yellow. And hopefully it'll cooperate because this one's a little tricky one. Okay. I'm going to take that neon yellow and I'm going to go right there to where the purple is. And I'm just going to kind of like, look at all that. I'm going to flick it up into my eyebrow. I'm going to pack that on, flick it up to the eyebrow. Then I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take it to the bridge of my nose. See, kind of like that. Bridge of my nose. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with that purple. I'm going to go and stretch it up. Ooh, this pigment to the house. Okay. Okay, so this one makes more sense than this one does. That's what I hate about having eyes that aren't the same. But I'm going to kind of like blend it up. Like that. Okay, so that goes. And then I'm going to take it from the inner corner and drag it here on the side. Wicked. Okay, so let's see what else. So I'm done with those. Now I'm going to take a very, very kind of a subtle shade. Well, I'm going to take a bigger brush first and kind of smoke this out. I'm going to smoke it out. I'm going to kind of drag it out. See how I can buff that out. And I'm going to drag it out towards my temple. I need a different brush for this, y'all. Okay. This one right here. I did it again. Every video drops something. Okay. This Congress is under the administration of Trump. And he's not going to take responsibility for anything. So it's... Yeah. Let's just kind of buff that out. So that's not all just bland like that. I'm going to take like a pinky color. I'm going to take this guava right here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of that. And I'm going to go right here.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm dying to hear what happened to Janelle.
Oh.
Is he here yet? Did he
Love you.
Love you. Huh?
Love you much. He's talking to his sister.
Oh yeah, he's been cranky.
So, and then I'm going to take the Juvia's place.
Ooh, ooh. He's been cranky.
If you're a makeup lover, you can just use whatever shades you want. I mean, a lot of people don't have the same palettes. Okay, so now I'm going to go on the under eye.
Oh, ooh, so wait a minute, let me tell you.
And I'm going to go... I'm going to go with the color Oob on my under eye. I'm going to go all the way in there. And I'm going to do it a little deeper. Okay. So, and then it's like with the hair, you could really hear it singe. Right now, it's kind of like you got to do what you can with what you got, because like a lot of us would like to have wigs for this collab, or just stuff like that. It's just not possible right now with everything going on. So, just gotta do with what you got. So, and then I'm going to take the Purple Frost from the Glamlight palette. Oh, shoot. It'll tie together, y'all. Believe me. It'll all work out. Gotta kind of let yourself go with the flow. I actually like this. I know exactly when I come to work today, my boss is going to be like, are you out of your mind? But she's pretty cool, so I do believe that she'll be okay. I'm going to take my rides here from that Jeffrey palette, from the Conspiracy palette, and just put it right there, really lightly, because it is pigment at the house, and then kind of stick it towards the outside. Okay, I need some more. Okay, working out pretty good. Interfering with my purple. Okay, so another thing what they used to do with the brows, which I appreciate now because I can't go to my brow lady, is they had wacky brows. I mean, they had hair growing all underneath it, and they would just comb it in the opposite direction. So I took hairspray, and I took my little spoolie, and it just went up like this. But you can look in like pictures from the chicks back in the days and the models and stuff, and they would also like put in their eyebrows. So next I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo pencil. I'm going to go in this waterline right here. Ew. I like that too. I have yet to find a smaller one that gives me as much coverage in the pigment as the big one. So, see, I mean, check that out. That's white. So if you know a smaller pencil that works as good as this big one, because I got the small NYX one and it didn't really work out great for me. And so I'm going to do my lashes. And I've got that inner corner there. So I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill Extra and just go in the inner corner and go down some. And that's it for that. So now lashes. Back and I got my lashes on. And I used this brand here, Salon Perfect Go Glam Multi-Pack. It was like $8 or $9 at Walmart. And they're supposed to be a little subtle, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Because when I put on like the other ones, like the Huda and stuff, they're like out to here. And these seem to me like, okay, they're on the border of subtle and not subtle. So back in the days with, they didn't do too much contour. They did a lot of contour, but it was different. So I'm going to use this Wet n Wild. It's like a highlight contour, blush, whatever you want to use with bronzer. That's what I'm going to use today. And they did it really sharp. And they went up to their temples. Kind of like this. I don't know if you can see that good. But I am going to go over the same thing with some blush. And they didn't do too much on the cheeks. It was just like on the cheekbone, up on the temples. So I got some killer cheekbones, but like my face is not full, so I always think that looks kind of weird. Yeah, there we go. I normally have the Park Avenue Princess palette, and for some reason I can't find it, even though I always put it in the same exact spot. So I've only had one person visit my home, which I gave a lot of products to. So hopefully I am wrong about my thoughts, because I normally don't let anybody in my house except for my best friend upstairs. It's just always been that kind of experience. Okay, so that's kind of like what they did. And then I'm going to go in with some blush, and it's the Alamar palette because they have the oranges and the pink, and I'm going to mix it. I normally go for Scorcher, but today I'm going to go for Castaway and Paraiso. Using mainly Castaway. For some reason, when I see that, I always think of Amazon. I don't know why. Or like Chick-fil-A. Okay. So, do the same thing there. And kind of, they did it very sharp. Kind of. And they were not shy to use oranges and pinks. I picked the orange out of this blush because I'm going to do an orange red lip. So there's that. Okay, and for the lips, if I can find my lip liner, and I've got some good ones if I could just find them. I used one just a few days ago. I'm going to use this one. This is from a Morphe. Oh, and I put that damn palette away. Hang on, I'll be right back. So I'm going to use the Cheese Dust, the Jeffree palette, the Conspiracy palette, and just gonna, that's gonna be like the base color. Kind of like pack that on. So with this Conspiracy palette, I was one of those people that waited two hours online to order it. It took about 3 weeks to get here. I was so excited about it. I was so hyped up on their docu. I have to admit though, it's one of the palettes that I don't grab much. I use a lot of the Bloodlust and the Alien, and I really love those. And I mean, I love this palette. There's still like shades here and there that I really love, but it's just not one that I grab to a lot. But you know, it's still a treasure of mine. But what I'd like to know is, what is y'all's favorite palette? Like, so we could do like, I'll collect in the comment box. I'll see what you guys like most. So I believe the lip gloss is what I'm going to put on top of this to give it a nice, kind of like, hopefully, fire engine red. It's okay. They're just like that. They're crooked. This is okay. So when I go to work later and it's a little worn off, I can tell my boss I had a pack of Takis. And she'll believe me because they're my favorite and I always eat them at work. So I'm going to put on some jewelry and I'm going to do my hair. And I'll be right back. No, I'm going to regret this as soon as I wash it. Oh my god. Okay, so this is as far as I'm going with the hair. This is going to be like the hottest mess to get out. But this is my 80s look, y'all. Like the wild hair, I done teased it I don't know how many times. You know, I was fixing back in the days you could do like, but your bangs were shorter. You could stick it out like this with a hair dryer and some hairspray. But that's not going to work. My bangs are too long. So I just did it like this the best I could. And I got my tacky earrings on. And the yellow, I had to replace it with a color out of the Glam Light palette because the food videos, it just disappears. It's not the first time, but it's still a nice color, but it just doesn't stay on. So anyways, I hope you liked my 80s video, and see you in the next one.